Hey, what's up? It's Larry the Batman fan. I got another video to do here. Apparently, Anthony Chobot does pop culture wanted me to respond to his top 15 best action movies. He wanted me to do a response. Well, Anthony, I have done a top 20 action movies list. If you haven't checked that out, please check that out. But other than that, I am going to be doing a list since he requested it. I will answer his request. Plus, Anthony seems like a pretty good guy, so I'll go ahead and respond to it. So the top 15 off the top of my head, and these are going to be the majority of these movies I'm going to mention are going to be not repeats from the last list. Just giving y'all a heads up. So without further ado, here we go. Number 1 is John Wick Chapter 2. I've seen all the John Wick movies. I think the best one is, it's either 2 or 3, but I'm going to put John Wick Chapter 2 up here. It's a really good movie about an assassin who had a price on his head. They killed his dog and they killed his wife. He lost almost everything that he had, and he had to go out and get a new dog and keep that dog heavily sheltered so the dog wouldn't get killed. So that's the number one, John Wick Chapter 2. Let's see, what else? Number 2 would be Bad Boys 3, also known as Bad Boys for Life. I thought that movie was pretty good. Some people said it's not as good as the first two, which I don't agree with that. I thought it was pretty close to the same standards as the first two. It might have been lacking a little bit, but still I thought it was pretty good overall. They're two cops, and they work together, to fight bad guys, fight gangsters and criminals and stuff, and take the bad guys down. And there's Will Smith and Martin Lawrence in it. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Number 3 is it's got to be Terminator 2. Every list, I know I mentioned Terminator 2 in my last action movie list, but it needs to be up there again. Terminator 2 was just the perfect sequel, and it really showed that sequels could be done correctly. In Terminator 2, it's about a T-800 and a T-1000. One of them wants to kill John Connor in the past, and the other one wants to protect him. So what ends up happening is they're battling. They're trying to get to John Connor. With one wants to kill John Connor, the other one wants to save him. So Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator is actually good in this one, because in the first movie he was bad. He was evil. But he was reprogrammed to be a good guy. So he saves John, and John tells him, we need to go get my mom out of that insane asylum. And he didn't want to go, but he willingly had to agree with John because he had to do what he was told. And so they went to save his mom. It was a really good movie, good action movie. Not scary like the first one. More of a sci-fi action movie that was just excellent. Number 4 is Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Very good movie. I highly recommend that. If you guys like martial arts movies, that movie's really good. I highly recommend that. He really whooped that guy's butt at the end of the movie with all those kicks and stuff and punches. It's a good martial arts movie. Number 5 is the original. Actually, no. Number 5 is Batman Begins. I know I put The Dark Knight up there before on the other list. Anthony Chobot, please check that out. If you haven't done so, please check out that video. But Batman Begins, I also thought was really good in the Christopher Nolan trilogy. That and The Dark Knight were just solid. The Dark Knight Rises was a good movie too, but it wasn't as good as the first two, I felt. I like Batman Begins, and The Dark Knight a lot more. But Batman is a comic book superhero saving the innocent people and serving up justice to all the bad guys. And in the first one, he's fighting the Scarecrow. And it also does a good job with its backstory of showing how he became Batman. Excuse me. And, you know, it was a good movie, a good action movie, good Batman comic book movie. Number 6 is the original John Wick. I already talked about it. It's awesome. Keanu Reeves does a really good job as John Wick. Number 7 is let's see, we put a Steven Seagal movie up there in the last list, but I like Under Siege. I thought that was a good movie. But Steven Seagal is like this cook who's like retired and everything, and he doesn't like, you know, they think that like he doesn't know how to fight people and everything, and he's just a cook. And so these bad guys, well, everybody on the ship, everything's normal for like first like 30 minutes of the movie. These people on the ship, they ended up taking over the ship and basically wanted to kill anybody who didn't want to follow their rules. And his character, he plays Casey Ryback, and he was like, you know what? I'm not having this shit. I'm gonna take these guys out. And so he and I think one other person planned working together to take out these bad guys on the ship and save the ship. It was a really good movie. I think we're at number 7. It could be number 8. Sorry if I messed up the count. Number 8 is The Boondock Saints. That was a good movie. I highly recommend that if you guys haven't seen that. Good crime film, good action. Number 9 is Rocky 3. Rocky 3 was awesome. With Sylvester Stallone fighting, I think, Clubber Lang in it by Mr. T. Yes, I know it's a sports movie, but it also ties into action as well, and it was a really good movie. You can't go wrong with that one. Number 10 is Serenity. I don't know if anybody's seen Serenity. It came out in 2005, but it was like a sci-fi film. Really good movie. Lots of action and sci-fi, and it blends really well with everything. Good movie. Number 11 is Mortal Engines, which came out in 2018 or 2019. I really like the cinematography. I like the backstory of it. I like the hot air balloons that they show at the end of the movie. And how like there's this girl, she's like really shy and everything. And so this like robot looks like a skeleton takes her in under her wing when she was abandoned as an orphan. She ends up meeting a guy that she ends up working with, and they end up fighting all these like evil creatures, like these giant spiders and everything. And it's like got some like Western civilization thing going on. But it was good because they didn't put all this political nonsense in it. It was really well done. Number 12 is Taken with Liam Neeson. Taken was a damn good movie. Just really good. I mean, his daughter wants to go on vacation with her best friend. He was like, no, I don't really want you going. Mom wanted them. You know, I was like, honey, come on, allow her to go and this and this and that. He was like a very overprotective father. So he eventually agrees to let her go. And it becomes a disaster when his daughter and her best friend are kidnapped and they're sold into sex slavery. So then he goes on the run because he was once a cop. And he says, I don't know who you are. I have money. But I also have a good set of skills. And if you're going to make me go after you, it's going to be a bad day for you. Because I will find you and I will kill you. And he keeps his word on that. And he does such a good job, too, at dispensing these jackasses, these guys that wanted to, you know, these criminals that wanted to sell his daughter and her best friend into sex slavery, sex trafficking. Just a really good movie. The sequels I thought were also good, but they didn't have the skill to match the first one. All right, so now we're at, I think, number 14. Number 14 is The Edge. The Edge was a really good movie where these three men had to work together to fight this giant bear. They go on the mountainside and everything's great for a little while. But then shit goes to hell and they're attacked by these bears and everything. It's a really good movie. It's highly underrated. I definitely recommend that. And also number 15, 7 Seconds with Wesley Snipes and Naomi Watts. I thought that was a really good action movie. Oh, and if I messed up the count, let me just add one more movie in here. And that movie is Independence Day with Will Smith. It was a good movie. Independence Day 2 Resurgence. That movie sucks. Stay away from it because it sucks. I don't like it at all. It doesn't even have Will Smith in it. The first one, however, was excellent from the late 90s. Highly recommend it. Really good movie. So, anyways, that's my top 15 best action movies. Thank you guys for watching. And thank you, Anthony Chobot Does Pop Culture, for this and the shout outs and everything. I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing my videos as well. Be sure to check out this video and all my other gaming videos and movie reviews and stuff. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and God bless you, and have a wonderful and blessed night. Take care. Bye.